Hello, neighbors. My name is Lee. My last name is Phillips, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that affects all of us, our property rights. Right now, a rezoning proposal, known as the Englewood Arts Overlay District, or EAOD, is being discussed by the City Council. This proposal would allow high-density housing and commercial businesses in our neighborhoods, which could severely impact our utilities, parking, safety, and traffic. During the weekend of September 20, 2024, Englewood Arts District held the Re-Art Fest, which caused heavy traffic congestion, blocked roadways, and prevented many neighbors from getting in and out of their driveways. I received neighbor complaints that their newly seeded grass was being trampled by uninvited visitors, and the loud concert music could be heard for several blocks outside the Englewood area. This rezoning takeover is moving forward without homeowners' permission. We need to act now to protect our community, and most importantly, our rights to protest future changes is at stake. In the next few minutes, I will walk you through what this rezoning means, why it's a concern, and how we can come together to stop it. Rezoning is being done against the will of the affected homeowners. Think of it this way. Imagine if someone told you they were going to change your neighborhood. They might not take your house, but they're going to build a lot of new houses really close together and add businesses, which means more cars, more traffic, and maybe not enough space for everyone. Just like the recent Re-Art Festival held by the Englewood Arts District. Even if you don't want these changes, they might say sorry, but we're doing. It's kind of like what happened when the government said they could take people's homes and let a company use them because they thought it would be helpful to the community, even though it didn't seem fair to the people who lost their homes. Now, this neighborhood plan might make things crowded and harder for everyone, but the people who live here don't have much say in it. That's why we need to speak up, just like you'd speak up if someone wanted to change something that was important to you without asking. Imagine you own something special like a house or even a cool toy. A long time ago, the people who started America knew that having your own things was really important. Not just to be happy, but to be free. They made rules to protect your right to keep and use your stuff however you wanted. But as the government grew, sometimes those rules just didn't get followed as well. The government started making decisions that weren't always fair. Sometimes they would take people's property and not give them enough money in return. Other times, they made new rules that took away the value of property without even paying for it. A lot of people noticed this and got upset, so they started movements to protect these rights. The government still hasn't completely fixed the problem, and some courts have made decisions that just don't help. This means we have to work together and stand up and make sure our rights are protected, especially when it feels like the government is taking more than it should. Now, here's how you can help protect your neighborhood and property. Speak up. You can sign a protest form. It's like telling the people in charge, hey, I don't agree with these changes. There are three categories of protest forms that are. The first protest form is for those of you who live within the boundaries of the Englewood Arts Overlay District, which runs from Truman Road on the north, Chrysler Avenue, Lexington Avenue, Walnut Street, and Chrysler Avenue on the east, 23rd Street on the south, and Arlington Avenue, 20th Street, Crescent Avenue, 18th Street, and Brookside Avenue on the west. You would be considered an interior protester and can click the download button at www.ccoindepmo.us. The second one is if you are within 185 feet of these boundaries on the outside ring, you would be considered an exterior protester, and you can click the download button at www.ccoindepmo.us/185 protest. And finally, third, even if you are not directly impacted by the current Englewood Arts Overlay District proposal, but you are opposed to these types of forced rezoning programs in any city in Jackson County, Missouri, you would be considered a county-wide protester and can click the download button at www.ccoindepmo.us/county-wide dash protest dash against dash overlay. Next, it's time to take your protest and get it notarized. Please note that all owners of any particular property must sign the protest form. If you own more than one property, we encourage you to submit a notarized form for each property. Here are some convenient steps for you to follow. You can find a free notary at the Kansas City Public Libraries throughout Jackson County. Please call them to see when a notary will be available, or you can go to your local bank. Once your protest form is notarized, either drop it off to a locked drop box on the porch or mail to the address listed below this video. These need to be received no later than Wednesday, October 9, 2024, making sure your voice is heard. And finally, attend the city meeting. You can attend and speak at the Independence City Council meeting on Monday, October 21, 2024, at 6 p.m., located at 111 West Walnut Street, Independence, Missouri 64050. You need to make sure, please, that you use the lower level entrance on the north side of the building. Please come around 5 p.m. because the chamber will be packed. If a crowd of people show up in opposition, it lets the government know that many people care and want to protect their homes. By doing this, you're helping to protect your neighborhood and stand up for what's fair. Even though the government can sometimes make big decisions, we can still stand up and make sure they hear us. Your voice matters, and there's still time to make a difference. Thank you. God bless.